All right. So Doki Bird is in the news, of course. It's gonna be very interesting to see. Oh hell no, idol culture is a whole other level of toxic. Oh, it's always been a whole level of toxic to be honest. But also the VTubing is like an idol kind of type of thing, you know. It's a liver. It's an idol that you idol, right? That you idol someone, you know. It's a VTuber that you idol, you know. You can call him your Oshi, your senpai, you know, etc. etc. So I want to see what this is all about. Okay, I want to see what's going on here. I'm curious what this is.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So I tried to resist, but the temptation was just too much. Today we're going to take some time and talk about the Nijisisters Defender hit list that was recently made. This is something I covered on stream, but I wanted to give a more in-depth analysis on the main channel.
I want to hear this in-depth analysis.
It's just been pecking away at my sanity. The more I think about it, including what's included in that document, and
yeah. I doubt my name will show up on there, to be honest. Even then, they're not going to do anything towards me anyways. By the way, I just found out Niji re-released a voice pack from 2 years ago. Not even a new voice pack. Really? For which liver is it? If you don't mind me asking.
What's not included in that document. And also since that stream, we've seen Legal Mindset weigh in on the document and point out some more legal concerns contained throughout it. If you haven't seen Legal Mindset before, he is an attorney who has...
Really? That's interesting. Luxium White Day voice pack from 2022. Jeez, they're getting lazy on that too as well? Damn, kind of sage.
Covered a lot of the Nijisisters.
That's a long time ago. That's like 2 years ago too.
Weighing in on the legal concerns and giving some really useful analysis, which we'll also use for today's video.
If I remember correctly, White Day is for the guys. If I remember correctly, right? So you're telling, interesting. You're telling me you couldn't get the guys to record new voice lines or something?
As we go through this document. So what is this document? Well, it is a...
Yeah. I remember White Day. I celebrated like a couple times. Yeah, but it's just kind of like you can't record new lines or so. Well, I'm gonna throw a jab, right? I'm gonna throw a jab at Luca Kaneshiro, right? Remember that his ex on Twitter came out and says like, oh, I wrote his stuff, you know, his I forgot what it was, but I know she wrote some stuff and did some things for Luca Kaneshiro, right? So it would be kind of funny, right? It would be kind of funny, right? That Luca can come up with his own thing because he doesn't have his ex to do it for him. So they just decided to reuse voice lines from 2022. So, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing a funny little jab comment on that because, you know, it's just a theory, but you know, a good funny theory at the end of the day. So. Oh yeah, no. We dissected the shit out of that video with the tweets and everything. We went to her stream, we went to her Twitch channel, we looked at the Vods or so, and we found old school Luca Kaneshiro back then, and then whatever she said was kind of like it just sounds like she's just mad that he broke up with her, so it's pretty much just an ugly breakup basically.
Nijisisters stands that is supposed to...
But the rest of it was kind of like, you know, it was kind of like, kind of sus, you know, so.
Be a blacklist, a block list, or even a hit piece or hit list, as some people have categorized it, because it is a list of indies, merch companies, artists, YouTubers, and alike, even just regular Twitter users, who have either criticized Nijisisters or supported Doki Bird, which is already a...
So you're talking about like 99% of the people who are in this circle, so you're just basically like putting a block list or a hit list for 99% of people, and like the 1% people are just the weird fanatic of the Niji fans who are so blind and want to follow the company because they see nothing wrong that they did. Okay, all right. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Very tough to do because right now
that's fine by me.
There's over 600,000 people supporting Doki Bird on her YouTube channel through subscriptions, so it's kind of hard to block all of those people. But
yeah, that's true.
They start out here and go through this entire analysis and they power rank all of the people they list. So as we start, these are the most serious offenders in the eyes of these Niji-sanji fans. We're gonna start off with
There's nothing wrong of like, you know, getting help or so to do some of the creative things, right? But the problem is like they don't credit it. You know, that's, well, I don't know if Luca kind of share credit her in some kind of capacity or in some kind of way, right? Because granted, we only saw screenshots of some of the DMs. We didn't see the entire DMs. We only saw some of the DMs. Okay, so that's a completely different thing. So, because I want to see the full entire context in live form, you know. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like, you know, it's fine. You know, there's some rappers who do have who has like what, ghostwriters or so that do some of their rappings as well, which is fine. It's not really a big, unless like the only thing is like just credit them, unless they don't want to be credited, they just want to be the ghostwriter, right? But as long as you pay them some amount of money for the help itself, then, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's all right, you know, it's fine. So yeah, okay. Well, at the same time, the Minecraft one, right? She was not supposed to be allowed to be on that Minecraft server. That's only for the Niji livers themselves to be on that server. So she was not supposed to be, but he gave the password and the username to her so she can do the stuff or so in Minecraft without nobody noticing that it's a different person. So Luca already broke the rule. That's a rule that you're not supposed to be doing there. So
this first person, they say first and foremost, block this person. One of the most
don't forget
disgusting
that
people in the community, two-faced, who talk trash about Anycolor / Nijissanji, Alira, and Vox, and retweet revenge poontang of Alira and make fun of her. Obviously, this is a very serious accusation to make, and here is this Flipsy person. You can see their Twitter account right here. They've been very vocal in their criticism against Niji-sanji. In fact, I believe a couple of their tweets have ended up in my videos covering the ongoing situation with Niji-sanji. But this accusation of them retweeting and sharing revenge poontang is a very legally concerning one, because in most places throughout the world, revenge poontang is illegal, and rightfully so. But what we're talking
I thought for a second that was my audio, because I hear the wind in the background. If you guys hear it closely, if you guys have some good headphones or so, you can hear the wind in the background for some parents. You can hear like... Like you can hear it in the background when he's speaking. That's funny. I was like, wait a second, what is that audio? What am I listening to?
talking about here, as we'll see, does not fit any sort of definition of that. We're not talking about any sort of image using the person of Alira Pandora from Nijissanji Yen. We're talking about hentai of her VTuber model. Now,
It's just hentai, bro. It's just hentai. It's okay. All right. Hey man, I would upvote and like it too if someone made revenge porn of my model. Shit, I have no problem with it at all. Shit, man, shit.
I saw the image. It's a pretty shocking one, okay? If I remember correctly, the image they're referring to is one where Alira's character is getting McGangbanged by her management, and they make a quote something along the lines of basically this girl do anything for that 2% cut.
That's funny. That's actually kind of funny, actually. You know what? I'm gonna go search that up. How bad can that be? I'm gonna search it up right now. Let me see. You know what? I ain't gonna lie though. It's a pretty good art piece. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually pretty good actually. It's kind of funny though, but how ironic. But yeah, it's a good art piece actually. That's not bad. That's not bad. No, you can find it yourself. A couple of my friends are in the hit list. Really? Your friends are on the hit list? They're not gonna do anything, okay? It's not that serious, alright? It's not that serious. They ain't gonna do nothing, okay? Alright? Pikachu, it's nothing to worry about. Link? No, I'm not putting the link in the chat. You guys can search it up, so. It's not that hard. Link in... No, I'm not posting it. Shut the fuck up.
Referring to the fact
bunch
that
of horny
claims out
people, I
there
swear.
That,
it's a good one though. It's a good one. I like it. So
cut on merch sales, which is insane, by the way. But this is a very serious accusation, and it's implying or claiming that this user is committing an actual crime. And that's when we get people like Legal Mindset pretty involved, because this is a serious accusation. This is defamatory. This is something.
Hentai of VTubers against their will is crass and portes, but it's not illegal. Yeah, it's just morally wrong, right? It's just morally wrong, but you can't really, like, in a legal standpoint, it's just not illegal, because at the same time, you know, you're playing the character. You know, you are not the character. You're playing the character. You know, you're voice acting the character, you know, at the end of the day. So you're lending your voice for the persona of Luca or Vox or Nina Kosaka, Illyra, or, you know, and all that stuff. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, you know, it's not you, you know, like the actual you know, it's just your VTuber model. So, hey, bro, how you doing there, hun?
That could have.
Now, is it morally wrong against their will? Yeah, of course it is. But like, at the end of the day, they can't really do much. So. I've heard 3 stances usually. 1, go for it. 2, I won't stop you, but don't use my art tag. And 3, please don't do it for my model. Oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you want to make hentai art of me. I fucking say go buck fucking wild, in my personal opinion. Insert real, immersion broken.
Legal content.
Yeah. The VTubers aren't real, okay? All right, they're just a voice.
Making this claim about this user, as we'll hear from Legal Mindset.
They're just a voice at the end of the day.
That people should be very careful of, and this is advice to everybody, whether you are a Niji anti or a Niji stan. You need to be very, very careful. You need to be very careful when you accuse somebody of a crime. In most of, at least most countries,
yep,
revenge prawn, and I guess I'm saying prawn like the prawn, but because I don't like to say it too, it's too early. We're 15 minutes in, right? That is a crime. This is now a crime in most places. So you should think very carefully if what you're saying is an actual crime or if it's not, right? And what I am going to throw out there is hentai may be distasteful, but it probably doesn't meet the statutory definition of that crime in most jurisdictions. So it can be distasteful, it could be disgusting, it could be whatever you want it to be, right?
Yeah, it can be morally wrong, right? It can just be morally wrong, right? It's the morality, okay? At the end of the day, right? Oh, hello, Andrea. Thank you for the follow as well. Since you followed, because I always do this to every new followers, of course. You can never ever leave the outer realms. But hello, greetings. Welcome, hun. With prawn, it's also a problem of intellectual property of artists. That's true. That's very true. Some bit about sponsor issues think that was the case with Iron Mouse, who was very different corpse report to Mel. Oh, Sonaka, you looked at illegal content. Oh yeah, I guess I did look at illegal content. I've seen artists who clearly wrote to not use her design. You
could say they're doing very distasteful hentai.
Yeah.
But it's not actually gonna meet the definition of that crime in almost all jurisdictions. If they just listed a bunch of names and they didn't give any reasons, that would be one thing. But the problem is they started giving reasons. And if these reasons are accurate, that could, if it describes a crime, be defamation. Also, if it describes a business and it's disparaging towards that business, that can be potential a form of business defamation or business disparagement.
Or financial ruins, you know.
Now, one thing I always find entertaining is when actual lawyers and people who are qualified weigh in on situations like this, because they look at some of the things happening in documents like this and they're flabbergasted by how openly people are saying these very, very serious accusations that could have legal consequences if they're not true. And that is something...
I don't really care about lewd images for me, specifically for my models anyway. So even I want to draw like hentai of my models. So
that is just the result of the current state of content creation, where on YouTube and on Twitch, you can just slander people left and right and defame them and nothing will happen to you. Or at least people expect nothing to happen to you, because people have just decided that saying these disparaging, awful things about people and hurting their reputation is fair game if they just feel like it, because there's no consequence. But when in reality, these things do have potential legal consequences, and people like this get very scared if they're actually confronted with the possibility they could be in legal trouble. But that's the Flipsy person. So now we're gonna move on to the next section.
Yeah, I don't do it as much though, because I don't have a lot of time in the world to draw, at least at the moment, anyways, just because of video editing and stuff like that.
And that is Kyomaru. You might be familiar with our resident buddy man here.
Yep.
He is a YouTuber who covers VTuber news and drama. He is very objective. He just kind of lays out the information out there. And he does inject some opinions here and there, but he's not as opinionated as someone like me. However, covering Nijisisters for years and some of the misdeeds of their company that are publicly known, he has gathered a lot of antis from Nijisisters who are consistently angry about him. And you
not surprised at all. You know, it's kind of funny because like I said, I liked not Nijisisters the brand itself, but I like the livers, right? My favorites were freaking Selene Tatsuki, Zion Lanza. I used to like Vox, but like ever since what I just saw as of recently, I just lost I kind of like stopped watching him after a while because he started doing like ASMR streams, and I wasn't really a huge fan of ASMRs personally. And so I just kind of like stopped watching him after a while. But then after what I saw recently of him, I'm very disappointed in him, and I just lost all respect for the man himself. So I used to watch Luca. I never thought Luca was one of my favorites. I watched at least one of Illyria's streams. Finana, I've watched Finana at least one of her streams. Pomu, I've watched I think a total of 4 or 5 of her streams in total. And I think that's pretty much it, at least. But my favorite will always be Selene and Zion as my top Oshis, or my senpais. I'd rather call them senpais in my personal opinion. So, we have one example open to drawing her hentai right here, but it's better to check just in case. I don't watch big VTubers. I watch big VTubers just because I look up to them and I get ideas and inspiration to be like, I want to work as hard as they do, so.
You can see it reflected
even though I
in
suck
the
at it.
description of this document, saying Dramatuber, the one who stirs the situation the most, admitted he hates Nijisisters and is biased. Screenshot of the deleted tweet. So I don't understand what being biased has to do with anything. Who cares if he's biased? He's not a journalist, he's a YouTuber. And of course, Kyo is going to be biased. Not only because of what he's seen Nijisisters do, he has a very serious history with Nijisisters. Back in 2023, we covered this on the channel. It's been exactly
that's understandable.
a year since this happened. Nijisisters.
Bro, I keep hearing the wind in the background. I swear to God. Jack, can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it in the background by any chance?
Back in 2023, we covered this on the channel. It's been exactly a year since this happened. Nijisisters abused the YouTube copyright system to take down roughly 20 of his.
Did you guys hear it? Did you guys hear it, chat? Oh, you guys don't hear it? That's so disappointing because I can hear the wind in the background.
We covered this on the channel. It's been exactly a year since this happened. Nijisisters abused the YouTube copyright system.
It's either the wind or it's a bunch of like police officers or like fire trucks passing by or stuff, because it sounds like this. It sounds like that. You hear trans of it on my phone.
Since this happened, Nijisisters abused the YouTube copyright system to take down roughly 20 of his videos covering Nijisisters news and drama that portrayed the organization or their livers in.
If you guys have good headphones, you'll hear it. I have pretty good decent headphones. That's why I can hear it very, very clearly.
A negative light. And they abused the system. And I remember when this happened, a bunch of people, mostly Nijisisters stans, celebrated this abuse of the copyright system because it took down someone that they didn't like. Of course, that's very short-sighted. The time you celebrate your enemy getting abused by the copyright system, the next moment, someone you like is going to get the same treatment, and then it's going to be too late to complain about it. But of course, people like this don't see that, the Nijisisters stans. But anyways, eventually he worked that out and disputed all the strikes and got his videos back. But it was obviously a very, very concerning situation and a terrible look for Nijisisters that would only be the tip of the iceberg, as we've seen over the last year, where the reputation has continued to go down in flames.
Yeah, no, of course, because I have music. I have the music thing in the background. Watch here. I'll even turn off my room music real quick so you guys can hear it. Much.
Celebrated this abuse. He's a YouTuber. And of course, Kyo is going to be biased. Not only because of what he's seen Nijisisters do, he has a very serious history with Nijisisters.
See, I told you guys. I told you it's the wind. That's the wind. he has his window slightly open. That's why it's making that noise.
And then it's going to be too late to complain about it. But of course, people like this don't see that, the Nijisisters stans. But anyways, eventually he worked that out and disputed all the strikes and got his videos back. But it was obviously a very, very
Hey Rose, how you been,
concerning situation and a terrible look for Nijisisters.
Same old. Nothing or anything different with me. You should already know this, Rose. You're a regular in the chat, so.
Continue to go down in flames. But of course, he's going to have a bit of a bias against this company. And here's the tweets that they're providing.
Mostly dead.
Says,
I assume school and work or something
fair.
like that related, so.
Based on what happened to him, very fair. And it's a quote of this tweet talking about the Nijisisters situation.
Well, you gotta take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself, hon. Make sure. Gotta take care of yourself.
And you can see here they're basically saying, can you stop, like, actually, you're acting like this is new information. All the talents are grown adults who consensually signed a contract.
College stuff. That's understandable. That's understandable.
Stop using slang and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but you don't need to worry about me because you need to, like, my always pet peeve, right, is just, like, make sure to always take care of yourself first, you know? Don't worry about me because I know how I am and I know where my limits and everything like that. You take care of yourself. You gotta take care. Your health of yourself is more important than you to be worrying about me, okay? That's always my pet peeve. Take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Always number one. My pet peeve is always take care of yourself.
Nijisisters, and that's his response. Again, I don't really understand why you'd be surprised by that. But moving forward, there are more YouTubers and
of course, false side. Tectone. I didn't even see this list, okay? This is the first time seeing this list, actually, to be honest. You sound like someone really adult-like. Oh yeah, no. Like I said, I've been on this planet for a long time. Gotta give my hospital bill money to Sunako. Yep. Oh, shut the fuck up. I said take care of yourself. I ain't paying your medical bills.
VTubers listed. The next one is false ID, which kind of makes sense if you're listing Kyo.
We're poor gang, okay? We're poor gang in here, okay? Hashtag poor gang, all right? We're poor as fuck, okay?
Because his content is very similar to Kyo. A lot of VTuber related news and drama done in more objective formats. But they don't even try with false. They just say Dramatuber, scum of the earth, number 2. Now, adding a little section like this, scum of the earth, number 2, immediately signals to me that this document was made by a bunch of, well, probably cranky crybabies, but maybe even...
Stay poor, guys. Keep the hustle going. Shut the fuck up. Hashtag too poor to cry. Sus times? No, this is poor gang time. That's what it is. Too poor to pay for this shit. God damn it, chat. I swear to God.
Children, because who talks like this in a document where
God
2
Lord,
seconds ago
I swear.
they accuse someone of a crime, but then they get to false ID and just say, I scum of the earth, number 2. They're not even trying. It's kind of embarrassing. But in terms of the content he's made, yeah, he's covered this situation extensively, probably comparable to Kyo, and it makes sense. It's right up his alley. It's right up both of their alleys in terms of content.
Yep.
But next on this list, again, power rankings. This is the 3rd biggest offender among content creators.
No, okay, all right? We don't do that, okay? All right? We're not that poor, all right? We do have water bottles, okay? All right?
You have this YouTuber named Dramatuber. Okay,
Never heard of them.
The description of their crimes is that, I don't know their Twitter, and said on their community post that they don't want to support Nijisisters anymore.
These are people that are mentally ill making this list. Like, these are really people who are mentally ill. Like, they will take a bullet for the company. Like, they will take a mortar strike for the company, you know? That's what's wrong with these specific people, right? These are people who are way too emotionally invested in their Niji Sanji stuff, you know? These are people who just have very, 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 very bad mental state, you know? So these kinds of people are not people I would associate with, like, whatsoever, you know? So not really my kind of people. This is why I don't like being part of communities, right? This isn't a thing. I don't like being part of communities because you have crazy people like this. You have really messed up people like this doing the most wildest things that I've ever heard in my entire life, which is crazy. So Nako keeps us poor in the basement after grinding multiple of her gacha accounts for years. She fed us with... No, I didn't. Shut the fuck up. So poor, I'm using... Okay, alright, buddy. Okay, we're not that poor, alright? We have a pretty decent Wi-Fi, okay? They are like the Genshin stars. Their personal identity revolves around Niji. Yeah, they're just blind. That's it. Like, at the end of the day, they're just blind individuals, like just following something. It's just so saddening to see. Actually, it's just sad to see, you know, how humanity, you know, decides to walk this path. You know, I've had to ban quite a few insane mofos and some make alts. Yeah.
Which, by the way, if
and we call them Niji yes men. Yeah.
Their Twitter, like, is it that hard? They put no effort into this, but then they say the community post. So I went to this Dramatuber's channel and I looked for community posts disparaging Niji Sanji any sort of way. This was the closest thing I could find. Literally just posting some termination announcements and saying what a great way to wake up. Obviously, not happy about this situation, and then there's another post where they list a bunch of independent VTubers as well as agency VTubers you can support as an alternative to avoid the drama, where it doesn't even seem like they name
Hollow Stars v Shoujo. Look at that. That's the first one. That's the first one being at the top right there. Idol Corp. Phase Connect, Prism Project, Brave Group, B4 Mirai, Globy, VS Po. It's an FPS focused one. Oh, interesting. I didn't know there was an FPS focused VTuber agency. Interesting. That's actually very interesting, actually. Didn't even know. That'd be pretty fun, to be honest, to be in that.
Nijisandji. They just provide other content creators to support that does not include anyone from Nijisandji. But that's their crime and what lands them on this list. Again, a list that contains someone being accused of a crime by this
India? Yeah.
makers. Very crazy. The next one is Tectone, and they say actively riling up the hates. And after the Black Box stream, he tweeted, "I love how Nijisandji's response was, please respect everyone but Selen." And I believe Tectone's made like 2 videos on this situation, maybe a couple more. And one of them, he was reacting to me, which will be relevant in a second, because if we scroll down here, there's another just kind of drop list of content creators with
Fucking voice critical? Oh my god, you can't be some ordinary gamer. Kenji? Wait, Kenji's on here? Oh my god, what kind of list is... Okay, this is a dumbass list, to be honest. Oh my god.
no description of what they did.
This list is dumb. This list is dumb.
Nijisandji situation. Starting off with Moist Critical, where he made a singular video on this situation, which again, it's weird to compare him to someone like False or Kyo, who have made dozens of videos. But the next person you see somewhere in your game,
not Jesus. Yep,
made
Jesus.
1, maybe 2 videos on this.
Everyone got hit equally. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Situation.
But it's such a dumb list, though. This list is so dumb. They're just doing it out of spite and anger, you know. So.
And then next is Asmongold, which is very interesting for a reason I'll get into in a second. Asmongold has reacted to at least a half a dozen, if not more, videos on the situation and uploaded those onto YouTube. And what's interesting is, I would say the majority of those videos where he's reacting to my videos covering the Nijisandji related drama and situations.
That's very true.
Which is odd, because look at this list. Who do you not see?
Yeah, we don't see Rev says Desu on the list. Maybe this person who made the list is a Rev say Desu fan, you know, maybe in disguise, right? Maybe they are a Rev fan, you know. You don't know. Maybe Rev, maybe they're in the comment sections right now. They're probably one of your subscribers, you know. That's the reason why. Jesus Christ.
They snubbed me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not on the list, and I'm not the only one that is.
It's because they love you, okay? All right, it's because they love you, all right, Rev? No, they love you. That's why they didn't want to put you on the list. That's the only reason why. This is how Rev is sad he is not on there. It's because they love him, okay? All right, there's whoever made this list knows exactly, you know, and they love Rev, okay? That means they just love Rev. That's why they didn't put Rev on the list, okay? That explains everything, okay?
Confused by
just saying.
Their name not being on this list, but what do I gotta do? How do I up my game to get on this Nijisandji hit list? Like, what is going on? I've made dozens of videos over the past couple of weeks. They amount to millions of views. I've made tweets. I've made streams. What could possibly be lacking? I should be on this.
It's because they love you. They love you, okay? They're a big fan of you, okay, Rev? That's the reason why they didn't put you on the list, so they don't want you to be on the kill list, you know?
This list, especially since some of the people reacted to me who ended up on this list. But anyways,
true.
Very weird snub on.
They have too much time on their hands to like be doing like weird hate rating, you know, these weird hate stuff, you know. So
their behalf, but there's some other names that are not on this list, including people, I believe Nux Taku talked about it. Also, Depressed Now Sagi, who covered this situation extensively, and he is someone who is very critical of Nijisandji in any color, but also Legal Mindset, as we talked about earlier. There's no way he shouldn't be on this list if these other names are on here. But I think maybe with him in particular, they might be a little afraid of a lawyer who is pointing out on many occasions some of the.
I love it. I love it. I'm still hearing the wind in the background.
Concerns. Documents like this are.
I know. I'm surprised too.
Of the documents, so maybe that was a smart move.
I thought Rev and No Depressed would be like or Depressed would be up there like at the top, like the top 5. I would see Falsai, Kyo, Rev and Depressed, and Hero Hey. I thought those would be like the 5 at the top, right? But no, we don't see them at the top. We only saw 2 out of the 5 at least.
Move on their behalf, but yeah, I got snubbed, and basically it looks like I made this document or something for content, right? I left my name out just to spare myself the Nijisisters and maybe pretend like I'm on good terms with them, and then
I know Tectone, I know False Die, I know Kyo, I know Moist Critical, of course, Some Ordinary Gamer, Asmongold, Hero Hey, and if Kenji is the same Kenji I think it is, let me see real fast. Is this the same Kenji that I think this is? Yeah. It is the same Kenji that I think it is, so.
Yo, YouTube, we got...
Yeah, so I assume they made some kind of reaction or so to, yeah, here, this right here, so. This right here, of course, so. That's pretty much it, so.
Make some videos out of it, right? Who knows? It's making me look guilty, guys. I don't like it. But moving forward, we're on to the next part of this document.
What the artists and merch? God. God.
Artists and merch. Merchants, merch companies, however you want to phrase it. They all are listed out here. There's a lot of them, okay? And I don't want to go through picking every single one because the theme is very,
Hey, Kuma.
very
No, you're late. What are you talking about?
Okay? Besides this one saying, literally think they're just hate rating, but they did the Alira / Vox Revenge Poontang. The tweet and arts are deleted. I have no screenshot of this because...
Wait, they made a Vox one? Okay, hold on. I gotta search that one up. I want to see that one. Hold up, chat. I want to see that one. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. We've only seen the Alira one. That's pretty much about it, so. Yeah, we only seen the Alira Pandora one, so that's about it. So nothing really on the Vox Akuma one, so yeah. This is a person on Twitter. Let me see. Apparently this is a person on Twitter. I don't know if they took it down or whatnot, but we'll take a look and see. I'll take a look right now. Let's see that. Oh, is this them? Oh, okay, I found them. Now the question is that tweet still up? That's the question to ask. No, I'm not sending it. You guys can search it up on your own, so. Um. Oh, let me see. Media. I assume this was a. Which one was this one? What was this posted? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. Okay, I just saw. Okay, I just saw the. I just saw the picture for the Vox Akumo one. Oh, that is actually very funny. That's actually very funny. Very, very, very funny one. That's a funny one, so. It's very, very, very nice though. Very, very, very nice. Good artist though. Very, very good artist. There's some good quality drawings in here. Very, very good. Very good indeed.
I never see it, and I never want to see it. Also,
no, I'm okay.
Later on. Again, you're accusing someone of a crime that does not likely fit hentai within its definition, but they're starting with that.
Yeah.
But the remainder of basically all
the Vox one was kind of funny, actually.
Artists and merch companies discontinuing Niji-sanji collaborations. That's pretty much it. You go through all these, and also like called Niji-sanji loser. Called Niji loser. What, the organization or a person? What? This person here will not be restocking. That's it. It's not even
you guys can search it up. It's not that difficult to find it, to be honest.
Niji-sanji. People are retiring their Niji-sanji fan merch, not producing any more Niji merch. These people aren't attacking Niji-sanji, they are disengaging from the topic. That's all they're doing. And the fact that this lands them on a hit list is absolutely crazy, because we all know, as Legal Mindset also addressed.
Which one did you find? Did you find the Allura one or the Vox Akuma one? The Vox Akuma is pretty funny though. I like the Vox Akuma. That one's fucking hilarious.
This list is inciting harassment. Okay, people on this list are there with the intent of its authors to have something negative happen to them, whether it's harassment or getting them blacklisted or whatever. We all know what the purpose of a document like this is, which puts them in some of their own concerns about their culpability for this document, but still.
Yeah, the Vox Akumo one is pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. The Vox Akumo one was funny.
No, we all know you're including all these names with the intent that something.
I keep hearing that wind in the background.
Like
Holy
said,
cow.
Getting harassed, what have you, and these artists are landing on here for absolutely nothing. You can see another catch-all list here where they just kind of like got tired. I mean, imagine finding all of these names just for artists and listing them here. You had to do a lot of digging. The time they put into this document is insane, while it's also somehow low effort because they can't even list.
Yeah, but Vox, what he did was dumb.
What does that mean? They're not making merch, or are they making
self-sufficient indeed?
Like? People saying that they won't draw Niji-sanji.
I do like the Allura one though. Very nice. 10 out of 10.
Okay, there's a lot of artists who just don't draw Niji-sanji just because they don't want to draw them in general, not for any
good
sort
art
of
style.
Reason. Are they on this list too because they're not supporting them actively? But going forward, this is the
no fucking no shot that they have Muchin on here. They have Sayu on here too. Bruh, you can't be serious with me. They have the CEO of Height. Oh my god, this list is so ridiculous to take a look at.
Here, indies, other corpos, etc. So just a whole list of people, even liking tweets.
This meme is funny. I love this meme. This meme was probably the greatest one I've seen so far. That was a good meme. I love this one.
Poking fun at Nijisisters or celebrating Dokibird's success will get you landed on this if you're other indies in the situation. They also list Sayu here, who we covered in one of the videos. He made a statement about his experience where he was potentially going to work with Nijisisters.
Yep.
And they told him that he would have to, or strongly implied he would have to give up his voice acting career entirely if he was.
When I heard that, it made me so fucking pissed off. Because I am very passionate. I'm super passionate about voice acting. And I really want to be a voice actress in the future. So when I heard that, he had to give up his voice acting to join Nijisisters, I'm like this right now. I was like this when I heard it. I was literally like this entire time. I was like, what? I was like, what? What? I was like, what? When I actually heard that, I was like literally just doing that in real life. I was like, no shot, right?
He was going to join the agency, which he flat out said no to. And it was just a very weird experience that he shared. But going down here, this is the real catch-all, my mistake. This is the, I don't know who, but they got followers.
What?
They are seething. The people who made this are seething. They made a list of, I don't know, but I don't like them. And they made memes on the situation. So we're adding them to the list. And if you're one of these people, just in the catch-all here, make sure to point it out in the comment section. But there was a lot of names here and a lot of different accounts from different sides of the internet.
Holy god damn. Someone definitely went on a somebody definitely went on a raid here to find them all, huh?
And it's pretty crazy.
It still keeps going. It still it just keeps going. Oh yeah, my sign up for voice acting too. A friend recommended me. Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's pretty crazy. Someone put in this.
Oh my god, it's still going. No way.
This much time. And I guess the good thing I would say is that I know a lot of these people, so that must mean they're doing something pretty good. But anyways, that's going to do it. This is the extensive look at this document. I want to take some more time today, and I'm glad that I did it because this document has been eating away at me. And maybe on the next one I can get an appearance finally. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please share all of your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below.
That's a funny question. They don't have sex. That's a funny question. They don't have sex. To make this list, that means they have no sex life. To the one who left it all behind and his overwhelming ego.
Hello, and I'll see you guys next time.
Wow, that is insane. Crazy, in my personal opinion. Like, dude. Wild stuff, to be honest. It's... Jesus Christ, it's just crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get on the hit list, so we're just cool like that, Even then, this hit list was like, I think was made like way before I even like did like the whole thing or so itself. So yeah, that's pretty much it though. Crazy people. I gotta say, don't associate with them, okay? Stay far away from these individuals. These are worse than lolicon people. Worse than lolicon.